Hey guys, it's Erica here with the Childcare Directors Chair podcast, and I am so excited you are here today. I got a great question for you. What if one of the biggest leadership myths in early childhood education is that the strongest leaders carry the heaviest loads alone? What if the future of our field doesn't depend on finding more superheroes willing to sacrifice themselves for the work, but instead on leaders who know how to build other leaders? Because here's what I know after 26 years in the field. Burned out leaders don't build sustainable organizations, and isolated leaders don't build thriving cultures, and exhausted leaders don't create empowered teams. And the leaders changing this profession are doing something different. They're collaborating, they're mentoring, they're sharing ideas, and they are building tables that are big enough for leaders to sit at. So today's guest is one of those leaders, and I'm going to, hopefully I say it right, Tacita Bateman. She's the founder of Childcare Culture and Company, and she has built an entire movement around culture, leadership, and helping childcare leaders stop surviving and start intentionally leading. So welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair.
Thank you.
I'm great. All right. So I feel like I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Let's start there. Why do you think childcare leaders believe that they have to do this work alone? I know this is, something that's important to you, of collaborating and bringing people together to help each other. Why do you think people think they have to do it alone?
People feel that they have to do this alone just due to scare tactics, due to I am not, nobody's in my position. This is only happening to me. And the biggest thing is they're afraid of collaboration. It is so many different people out here who feel that this is a competitive industry, and it is not. There are decision makers to this industry that with an issue that I am trying to solve, if my staff is just not really getting on board, everybody should be able to vet that out. That is maybe more knowledgeable, they maybe have experienced this issue in their program, or just has the right tools to give. We should be able to network. We should be able to collaborate. This is not a competitive world. One being, there are children born in the world every second, any day.
Yeah.
So we should be able to collaborate, share our experiences, share the knowledge that we have, share insights on what worked for us. Something that may have not, a person may not have tried just yet. And we can't knock what we haven't tried, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times we have to remember that old keys don't unlock new doors if we're setting up. I am. If there is not a crisis, if the only way there is a crisis in childcare right now is if you allow it to be. We have to stand firm on who we say we are, passionate educators, here ready to help and serve the communities that we are within. Build a coalition around the industry because we're all somewhere, some form, some shape, fashion. We all have something to share with the next person.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that I love is when I opened my first center, it was 2008, which was a recession, which because I opened in that time, I had already opened in a time of scarcity, if you will. So that really helped me as changes had happened in the industry where money was good, then money wasn't good, and money was good. Like, I mean, this is a cycle. We've been here before. We'll be here again. Funding streams come and they go. But at the end of the day, if we're not resilient and if we're not innovative, that's when we fail. We have to come up with new ideas and figure out ways to I don't want to say survive because we want to definitely do more than survive, but come up with ways. And it's not just our industry, right? If you think of a VCR, right? When's the last time you saw a VCR or a Blu-ray player, right? All industries change. It isn't just ours, but the companies that figure it out, like Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Who went to Blockbuster? I don't know if you know that. Netflix went to Blockbuster. Blockbuster didn't want to have nothing to do with them. Well, look how that story ended. So I think it's really important to talk with people in the industry, like you said, to see what they know, what can they share, and put your ideas together because you might just come up with the thing that saves maybe not just your center, but multiple centers, right? So I think it's important that we give to each other. I think I think too our industry is one that um some reason it was like somewhere along the way we started celebrating being exhausted as like a commitment to leadership, and exhausted leaders are not good leaders. We're not showing up in the way that we should. We're not role modeling for our team. So I don't know where that came from, but we really got to get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah. And do you think sometimes too people are afraid to like admit that they're failing or they're struggling? Do you think that's a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's a place I've been in before. It was not a good place. I didn't feel good about it.
Hmm.
It could be stressful, and we all know that stress will kill. Stress will kill.
Yeah.
So I did not want to do well or sit in that space. So I had to do something, and I had to reinvent myself. Again, as you stated, I had to create innovative ways to try to make myself a sustainable childcare business owner for the betterment of my program and to go and get core into the community that I serve.
Yeah. I think too that many of us inherited like leadership models that taught us that leaders have to have all the answers. And the problem today is that the childcare environment changes so quickly that one person to carry every answer, every solution, and every burden just isn't sustainable at all.
It is. And burnout is real. Burnout is a real thing. But if we decide, make up in our minds, change our mindsets about it's childcare and become a childcare business owner. We have to elevate our mindset. We have to look inside of our programs. We have to go in and look and see what is wrong, what is fixable, what can I do? And a lot of times it's simple things and they may not even come by way of an expense. It's the small things sometimes that make big impact and big change. And that's where this industry I feel should shift from. Uh, just as well as myself. I'm really big on your child care culture. I do think that in today's economy, culture is your currency.
Hmm.
And we have to, make better change. And I believe in myself. I believe in every childcare leader that is out there. If we equip with others, share insight, share our war stories. Sharing our war stories sometimes
Hmm.
is the best elevation
Hmm.
to anything that we do. Because a lot of people say we can't fix what's broken. The system itself is, and I believe that we can all battle this system, and it does not have to be broken. If we shift the way that we do things, we elevate our cultures in some format,
Yeah.
and we definitely must expand our mindsets and prepare ourselves to receive the different things coming in. Receive feedback from your educators within your program, from the families you serve, even the feedback from the children that are placed inside of our programs. Those things can enhance the way we do business within this industry.
Yeah. So for somebody who's listening right now and they're like, "Oh, there's so many things broken out and you know where to start." Give them maybe some advice on like where do they start looking for broken systems, or how do they what's the next step if they feel like things are not aligned the way they should? What should their next step be?
The next step is to define, pinpoint, pin it. It may be a system you no longer need.
Mhm.
The C in childcare, I heard a mentor tell me once before, it stands for true change. So sometimes we have to look at the system that we may have created is no longer of use.
Mhm.
Maybe I need to do away with it and implement a new way of being. For one, I don't like to use the word systems, but I know a lot of people may not agree with me on we had to determine and think about who I work because
Mhm.
nothing in director says system, but it does say direct.
Mhm.
So I had to create what I call a directive. The industry today has shifted. People they don't follow systems anymore. They really and truly don't. But if I give you a direct command, order, to-do list, task to complete, goal to accomplish, it should be in a direct format.
Yeah. I feel like here's like a good little tip that someone shared with me when we were talking about processes and how things have changed. Do you take credit cards at your center? Like, do families pay automatically through a parent portal?
They do. I do use a CRM company, and that is Playground, and they pay for that.
Okay.
Um, and I also use another format. It's a big platform that's out there now. It's called Clan Education.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a lot of people are familiar with
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and tell. I know what it is, but go ahead and tell the listeners a little bit what that is.
Um, it is guaranteed income. It's working capital for your industry, for your program.
Mhm.
It is guaranteeing your payments if a parent is falling short. Uh, this program will you to receive your payments on time weekly. It's just working capital. A lot of childcare center owners, they are out here using this thing now. Some people may, if you're in different childcare groups, you may see a flyer or two that posted says enroll now and pay later.
Mhm.
Parents have that option to take advantage of those things. Uh, and it is beneficial for several. It's a new thing, but it is a tremendous help for some.
Yeah. My daughter uses like Kalana, um, and she uses that for some things that's almost like that for childcare. One of the things I use a different CRM, but one of the things that another person shared with me that I never thought of, which saves me thousands of dollars now, is if you take credit cards, the credit card fee for a center is much higher than if somebody pays by check through ACH. So now what we do is we tell our families pay through ACH and there's no additional fee. But if you pay through credit card, you can assume the fee on that transaction. And I mean, we have a pretty big center. That one little piece of advice saves me about $3,000 a month. 3,000 because I have multiple locations. So we take in a considerable amount of money through our CRM, and I was absorbing all of those costs. And I'm like, why am I taking it out of the childcare tuition when they can pay with either a debit or a check instead of a Visa or Mastercard? And then they're accumulating all those cash back points and all those. They're reaping all the benefit, and I'm paying all the costs for them to use a credit card to pay me. So just sometimes you just get with somebody and they tell you one little nugget, and this is where that collaboration comes in. That one little nugget can save you thousands of dollars over, I mean, just over a year, how much money that saved. Never mind the life of my business.
Exactly. And like you said, that small tool, that is a plus. That's a plus. That's saving revenue. It's creating another stream of income in your business
Mm-hmm.
that you never knew you had.
Yeah.
So yes, collaboration, networking, sharing insight, venting out your problems sometime, and making sure that you have an active listener on the opposite end. That is important as well because we can all vent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can all share stories, but a lot of our stories can only be had and shared with another child care
Mm-hmm.
industry owner or leader because
Mm-hmm.
I can't go to my sister with my child care problem. She's not child care. She's retired. She doesn't want to hear my story. So, and she doesn't have a lot of feedback. So, community building, collaboration, networking, all of that brings out the innovator within that someone just may not know they are actually an innovator if they just speak out, reach
Yeah.
out, connect, create, and build some sort of community with like-minded individuals in this industry. Even talking to your CPA can give you insight
Mm-hmm.
on the better business practices,
Yeah.
better ways to operate your program, better to scale.
Better ways to save money on those taxes. You know David? David is the guy. Let me tell you, if you don't know David, you should. All right, so talk to us a little bit about Culture Shock. Talk a little bit about your summit you have coming up.
Okay, for every childcare industry, educator, leader, and we go to different workshops and trainings, and we lead our team. We need the space for the entire team. The Child Care Culture Shop is designed and it is created. It is a movement. It is a working summit. This is not a conference. This is not come in, sit down, listen. This is working pieces, tangible things that you can utilize right away. No room is designed or created for anyone to walk out of that cannot complete a return. Business is to be formed, shaped, and better practice must be created as the Child Care Culture Shop Bust the Move Summit, March 18th through the 21st, 2027. It is going to be dynamic. It is going to be amazing. We're going to do a grand finale closeout. It is a blank tie event. It is going to be out of sight. So if you're out there and you're looking to go somewhere with your team, that you can have tangible things to walk away with. I'm speaking grants, I'm speaking capital, I am speaking technique, skill, goals, alignment. And you may even just find you a new leader from your own team in this summit during this time set in March.
Just,
Bust a move is all I can say.
I'm gonna say, Tacita, they not might, they are going to, because I am going to help them. I'm going to help them build their leadership pipeline in their centers. So yeah, we're gonna build those leaders up for sure. I'm super excited. I get to be out there speaking. We've got Rashawn Webb, we've got Angela McCarthy, you've got Melissa. I don't know how to say her last name. Bluff. I know it's Melissa B. Yes, yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome. All right, and tickets are on sale now, so you can hop on over to the website. We'll put the link below. And for those of you who don't know, it's in Wichita, Kansas.
No, it's in
No,
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs, Arkansas. Why did I think it was in Kansas? I don't know why I thought it was in Kansas. Okay, Arkansas. I knew it was somewhere I had never been.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm
It's a
coming.
natural state.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So is there anything you want to leave the audience with before we wrap up? Is there anything you want to leave the listeners with that I didn't ask you?
The only thing I want to leave the audience with today is bust a move. Bust a move, become a better educator, team member, owner, leader within this industry. Bust a move, become an innovator, collaborate, network, share insight, speak with someone, a accountability partner. Those are very important keys to this childcare industry in today's society. And please head over to the Childcare Culture and Company website, grab your Bust and Move tickets, prepare your team for a grand experience. This is going to be so amazing. And I am super excited and I cannot wait to drop our keynote speaker coming soon. But I'd love to see everybody win. Prepare yourselves to be better business owners, educators, teachers, staff, the cook. We can never, the cook is the most important piece to this healthy journey that we're all setting out to create for our programs daily. Bring everyone. There is going to be something everyone to do. I just want everybody to bust a move.
All right. Well, we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Child Care Directors Chair podcast. To our listeners, we're going to leave the link below. And as always, have a great day, and I love you.
Thank you, Erica.